I'm here for 7 Minutes of Sunshine. It's Tom Grody. And of course, I have Senator Nickie Antonio with me. Good morning, Senator.
Good morning, Sunshine. How are you?
I am so great. I am so grateful that you agreed to share some values and superpower with us, and especially during Pride Month. Woohoo!
Woo-hoo.
Happy Pride. Happy Pride. It's so
I'm
exciting.
so happy you invited me.
Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. Things are opening back up too. How's that been for you?
Wonderful, wonderful. I mean, we finally we bookended with our birthdays, and we didn't even do it intentionally. The last time we went to a restaurant was Jean's birthday, which is in March of last year. So we went out for her birthday, and then everything shut down during the pandemic. And the first time she had ever been in a restaurant, now that everything opened up, was my birthday. So it was really, and it was so wonderful. We were in a patio. We were at this lovely Georgetown restaurant in Lakewood, and it was just so wonderful to be around people.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Well, folks who don't know Nickie, let me share a little bit about you. From Lakewood, Ohio. Almost 28 years with her lovely wife, Jean. Mm-hmm. 2 beautiful children, Ariel and Stacy. Mm-hmm. Right? And you've been living in that same house for a long time, you said, which is really cool. And then you went to Cleveland State University, got your BA and your master's in public administration. It says you're a certified coach.
I am.
Cool. Well, gosh, anybody needs some coaching?
It comes in handy.
I bet it does. And then you also do communications consulting. Yeah.
Yes, but not so much right now.
You're busy. You're busy because Nickie is our first and only gay, lesbian, LGBTQ plus person in the General Assembly right now. She is currently a senator and was the first LGBTQ state rep. So it's just, first of all, it's amazing. So congratulations for breaking that barrier. And then the fact we were just talking before we went live that you are the only it's just amazing because there's 99 plus 30, there's 100 and what is it, 32?
132.
And you're the only one.
Yeah.
It's crazy. All right. Well, thank you for repping us. We need you so badly. Folks, you need to support Nickie, right? And you're running this. It's next year.
Next year, 22. We gear up this year, especially because they're drawing lines. So we don't know what the new lines are going to look like either.
Okay. So it is imperative that your campaign is well supported for many reasons. Rick and I are big supporters, have been since the beginning, which I think was, what year did you run for state rep?
It was in 2010.
Okay, so we have known you since then.
Yes.
And we've gotten to sit side by side with you as you have been trying so hard to pass the Ohio Fairness Act and over again, right?
And you do such a great job. You and Rick, being supportive, coming and testifying. It's been amazing, and we will get it done.
We will get it done. It's relentless work, and it is well worth it because there's a lot of folks who need that protection in Ohio. Well, okay, that was a long introduction. Sorry about that, Nickie. Well, so I'm going to turn this over to you, and I know you watch the program, so you know what to do. And we get to hear from you now about your values and superpower. So,
well, thank you so much for giving me some 7 minutes of sunshine in the morning when I wake up. Thank you for that. I do this. I look at your program, whether it's live or recorded. Sometimes it's recorded, I'll admit, before I start reading the news. And I found that was a wonderful way to get up in the morning and a wonderful practice. So thank you for that. I love this activity because it really did make me think about my values, and also it's funny to think about it. I thought sometimes about a superpower, but I'm going to start with my values. I I want to always lead with integrity. What that means is remembering what my values are as in any role that I have that's in leadership. And one is always tempted when one is in leadership. We don't have far to look to see a lot of corruption around us, a lot of people coming and tempting folks with all kinds of things to ignore your values. People ask you every day or every week at least to ignore your values and to go with them to another path. I refuse to do that. I have said from the very beginning when I got elected that I will vote the way I think my district wants me to, but at the end of the day, I also have to vote with my values and know what's important to me. I need to be able to look in the mirror every day and look at my family and say, I did the best that I could for my community and according to my values. Responsibility as stewardship is incredibly important to me. Ever since I was a little kid, I have been what we laughingly call guarding the perimeter. I was 5 years old. I was having my tonsils out in the hospital, and there was a little girl in my room who was crying for her mom in the middle of the night. I got out of my bed. I went to find the nurses. I'm wandering around. They're like, what are you doing out of bed? I said, this little girl needs you, and you have to call her mother. And my parents heard the story from the nurses and said, we don't know about this child. But that's an example of, it's just something in me that when I do feel responsible, sometimes for more than I have power over, but it is truly stewardship. To me, it's an honor to serve. It's an honor to have that responsibility of guarding the perimeter. The courage of my convictions. This is something I want to instill to my children. And in the pictures, what you see are a picture of my family, my wife and partner, life partner, soul sister, Jean, myself, our daughter Ariel, and Stacy with the Christmas tree behind us. Christmas is one of the times now that my children are older that they gather with us, and it's always a wonderful time. Pandemic meant that one of our daughters, Ariel, joined us through video, and we're looking forward to seeing both of them this summer. But they are my rock, my foundation. The reason why I always wanted to make the world better than it was because of them. And Jean gives me the strength to be able to do everything every day and live the courage of my convictions, because I know that I have to answer to myself and to my beliefs, but there's something about also being true to yourself and answering to your family and having those discussions. And ever since the girls were little, all of our tabletop discussions around family dinners were really rooted in our belief that we needed to give back, that we're put on this earth to make it better than it is right now, that we have the promise and the ability to do that if we lead with courage, because sometimes it takes courage to be the only one in the room saying, I don't think this is right. I don't think this is the right way to go. Maybe we should do something different. To stand up to bullying, to when other people are being bullied, to be an upstander, to stand up to people who bring crazy policies to the state house that I deal with right now, and being able to say, absolutely not. I will not support that. I will not vote for that. And I want to uncover and tell everyone why this is a terrible, terrible idea for the people of Ohio. So living the courage of my convictions is definitely part of my core values. And I have been told since I was a young person all the things I couldn't do. And so I have persevered. in spite of that, I was told I wasn't going to be able to go to college, not because I had good grades, but because my family had no money. I have been told I couldn't run for office and win because I was a lesbian. I've been told that all kinds of things I couldn't do throughout my life. And what I've done and decided to do instead is persevere. I always have hope. My cup is always half full, trying to figure out how to get it full. But and humor is the way I cope. People ask me a lot of times, how can I do what I do? But it's because I try to see the humor in everything. Sometimes when there's an especially heated debate, or I am what comes at me is some incredible, outrageous commentary. Suddenly in my mind, I picture them as a cartoon. I pick different cartoon characters, sometimes for different people. And that somehow gets me through, at least in the moment. And authenticity, that relates to my family. That relates to, on the other side of these pictures are my sisters, Laurel and my sister Terry. I'm the middle child, and so I think a lot of times I have middle child syndrome for things. But we went through a lot when we were children. We had a little bit of a tumultuous time with our parents before they divorced, and even after. And so my sisters are my connection to my past, but they are a wonderful part of my life now. My older sister Laurel is just the most incredible cheerleader, always supportive and happy about what goes on with my campaigns and everything. She's walked the path with me. And my sister Terry, I appreciate and love the connection that we have. And she has an incredible crew of children and now a couple of grandchildren. And so I get to have my grandchild moments with some of them. Sometimes they've welcomed me into their lives, and they're beautiful, wonderful people. So persevering with an authenticity was the whole reason why, when I finally realized who I really was, my authentic self included being a lesbian. And in the moment that I finally realized that, everything opened up in a different way, because I was one whole, complete person. And so I hang on to that. That is my connection with who I am in this world, in this life, and how I walk my path. And when I have that authenticity, I know that I can do better work. I can be a better person. The picture up in the corner about don't get mad, get elected. That's the whole reason I ended up getting elected to begin with. The state of Ohio passed something in 2004 that said that marriage was between a man and a woman. It really marginalized LGBT folks. We had friends that left the state because they said, first they come for us, then they come for our children, and we're leaving. We're leaving with our children. We're leaving. Our family isn't welcome here. I decided rather than leave, I would get elected. And so for all of you out there who are watching, people who pay attention to this, two things are true. Please get involved and pay attention to who supports you. And also, don't get mad, get elected, join me. I would love to have other colleagues with me. And finally, my superpower, I realized through this, as I thought about it, is connection. I connect people with each other. You need to meet so-and-so. I try to connect people with ideas and concepts. I try to connect the dots. It's about our interconnectedness. My practice, my spiritual practice, is to believe that we are all interconnected, the dignity and worth of every person who comes in front of me, and we are all interconnected. And so if you are fighting any of the isms, we need to fight all of the isms, because at the end of the day, the only way we lift up is together.
Wow. That's fantastic. So inspiring, Nickie. So inspiring.
Thank you. I think I went too long.
Oh, this is a double. This is a double dose of sunshine today because so much sunshine here. But thank you. So very, very inspirational. Very. I think there's so much to talk about, but we can't because it's 7 minutes of sunshine. But I will never forget that your anecdote about the cartoon and turning people into cartoon. That is what a great little trick. I love that. I will probably use that very soon.
You know, it makes you laugh instead of cry.
Yes. Well, oh my gosh, that was fantastic. So much good stuff there. Lots of inspiration. Don't get mad, get elected. Maybe a little bit mad, but get elected. Thank you for getting elected. Thank you for using.
Thank you for helping me.
Absolutely. From the first time I met you, we were so excited about the opportunity to have someone out at the State House. And it's made a difference, hasn't it?
I think so. I mean, at least on my watch so far, there has not been one negative bill. We're still trying to pass the positive one. I have personal conversations with folks about, and they know me as a real person. They know me beyond a stereotype. And that's true of everyone. Every single person who has the ability and the safety, I want to be clear about that, to live their authentic life, changes the minds of the people around them because they get to know them as a three-dimensional, real human being that has, you know, loves, desires, wants, needs, and just wants to take care of themselves and their family.
Well, thank you for persevering. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being at the State House. I got to tell you, I mean, I will never know how much difference you've made because of the things the bad things that haven't happened. Because you've authentically showed up, and that affects thousands and thousands. There was some really bad stuff that's been brought forward, and to have you at the table, to have you speaking up, using your values, fighting for us, which isn't just the LGBTQ community, it's really everybody. It's every Ohioan. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for doing this, and have a great day. And what do you always say?
Nickie knows this program inside and out. Even when it's really damn cloudy out, the sun is always shining, and you are the sunshine, right?
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Nickie. Have a great day. Happy Pride Month.
Thank you. Happy Pride. Love you.